Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to go ahead and take a look at KATOPESLA. This is the banner unit with Topo. Very cool to see this guy. And, you know, we got the Zerloin, Rabanra, and Zarbuto card. Like, you know, some of these, like, really, like, goofy, like, Tournament of Power characters getting some love here, I don't think is a terrible thing at all. I'm definitely on board with them making this a banner unit. KATOPESLA, how good is he gonna be? My gut is telling me he's not very good. Regardless of anything, making a character the way he's designed is not the way I think they should make banner units. I think that the philosophy for banner units should be to make them really complement the Dokkan Festival exclusive and make the Dokkan Festival exclusive better. I mean, that certainly does apply very heavily to Topo here too, who, you know, Topo is, I mean, a little bit of a quirky character who could certainly use help. Like, it's not like he's a Saiyan. Like, Vegeta, you know, we got the Super Saiyan Vegeta. I mean, it's Super Saiyan Vegeta. He doesn't need, like, a banner unit to be a god or anything like that. He'll still be fine. Topo could use the help, though. So, with KATOPESLA, I mostly focused on dodge. I've been grinding the Whis event so heavily and been able to get some equips that I can do something like this a little bit more often where, you know, it's like we have full dodge, but then we're like right around like 10 for additional and crits. So it's like very reasonable that we'll see KATOPESLA dodge, get additionals, and also get crits and stuff like that. I like a build very close to this. I think I really, really do like. And I'm just going to keep grinding up that Whis event as much as I can to try and get as many equips as I can to upgrade a lot of these characters' builds. So let me know what you guys are thinking about KATOPESLA. Let me get him to link level 10, and then let's go ahead and check him out, see how impressive he looks here. Alright guys, so we are here in an event with KATOPESLA. Let's go ahead and see what we can expect here from KATOPESLA. Again, I'm not really super sure here, right? Like, KATOPESLA is built in kind of a very interesting fashion. So let's go ahead and start out with this. So the number one thing right here is, okay, so we're on turn 2. So for KATOPESLA, on turn 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, he changes... what is it? AGL key spheres to SCR key spheres. Then he has the 70% chance of an additional super. Then he has a high chance of critting. Right? Like, it's like he has a lot of offensive abilities from, like, those turns. So, I guess, let's see. So let's hit this. So, or wait a minute. Did I... When it's saying, like, okay, so, like, KATOPESLA, like, he gets all these buffs on, like, so, like, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Is it, if it's from his actual turn, then that changes things completely and not, like, the turn of the fight. Yeah, it is. It's from his turn. So it's like he goes from being defense into offense into defense into offense and stuff like that. Okay, so at 352, so on this first turn, right, he changes SCR key spheres to EGL key spheres. He gets 2 additionals. Each has a high chance to be a super. He has a high chance to dodge, and then he gets 30% defense per EGL key sphere obtained up to 300%. So he can get 10 EGL key spheres from max defense. All right, let's see some of the numbers we're getting here. So he has that. Then he gets, what, 33% attack and defense on super. And then he also gets 30% from a super attack effect. He does also seal. All right, so we can get several super attacks from KATOPESLA right here. Hopefully he gives us several. I mean, it'll look good, brah. For the showcase. Give us some good stuff. Okay, normal, sure. Super. Yeah, there he is. There he goes, man. And then it's just 50% chance to dodge. Huh? It's kind of like his strength at that point. Of course, you know, made sure to give him a lot of dodge. So next turn, he's now going to become more of like an offensive character. We'll see. We'll see. Then he also has that one ability from the 7th turn from the start of battle. He'll change AGL and STR orbs into tech orbs. And then he gets 30% attack and defense for each tech orb he gets. It's such a goofy kit, man. He really does have like a weird-ass kit. So we'll see 17 and 18. We'll be able to get them maybe some multiple turn support for KATOPESLA as well. I don't think KATOPESLA is going to be very good. It's like this is why, like, I disagree with, like, a lot of characters. Like, they could have a quirky design or they could be different. Like, KATOPESLA is very different. But different is not good, right? It doesn't necessarily... It can be good. Different can be good. But in this instance, different is not going to be good for KATOPESLA. If anything, it's just going to... Like, I do look at this, and it's like, so, you know, first turn offense, second turn... Or first turn defense, second turn offense. Like, going back and forth and stuff like that. Like, I don't consider myself a fan. Wait, no. No, okay, so, wait. So he just created the AGL key spheres. Yeah, so no. So I was right initially. So it's based on what turn he is on. Okay, that is true. So that means, depending upon how it starts, right? Like, let's say we're fighting like Supreme Battle Spectacle Gogeta. And it's like, okay, like, you know, we start him out, we're on the second turn, and then he's just going to be defense if we just keep him on rotation the whole way through. But, I mean, KATOPESLA is not a character in any reality who's going to be good enough to go on rotation. He's just not good enough. He's not good enough at all. These numbers he puts up, like, he's not competing with, like, the real big guns. Oh, what is the link set right here? Also, I don't know why we have 6 links. Does anyone want to explain why they gave KATOPESLA 6 links? What the hell? Including, by the way, this link. I mean, I guess I understand why they gave it to him, because it's called Speedy Retribution on Global, but, I mean, this is not exactly a link we'll get value out of. I mean, I guess Gohan and Piccolo and Dispo does have it. Like, if they gave us a really good Dispo, or like a Part 2 LR is like a Jiren, Topo, and Dispo, and maybe they have it or something, I guess. Okay, so... We could, like, if... Okay, so let's say we're fighting... We'll go back to the Supreme Battle Spectacle Gogeta. We have KATOPESLA turn 2 where he's defensive. But then if we float him, KATOPESLA will come back on one of his offensive turns. Which I don't, like... Even on his defensive turn, I mean, he doesn't look very good. I mean, dodge or die with 50% chance to dodge is just not... I'm never really a huge fan of that. Like, I could live with 70% dodge or die, right? Like, you know, Harudegarn or STR Dragon Fist or something like that. But 50%, I mean, that always has had me lukewarm on Yamcha. Yamcha truly can sometimes really well, you know, not anymore, but previously, he could really dominate a fight, or he could just get caught and destroyed pretty easily. Alright, let's... I guess we're gonna have to just go into a different... Nah, what we'll do is we'll probably just float him. We'll probably just float KATOPESLA on this next turn, get him onto a different rotation. Because we need to see him with his different abilities. Now, oh, wait, okay. So what turn exactly is it where KATOPESLA gets the tech orb changing? Is that 7th turn from battle, or his 7th turn? That's the thing that I'm not, like, I wasn't super clear on at first. It looks like it's from his turn. 7th turn? That is pretty deep. Because it's like, you know, like if we're... UI Goku finished them, so 17, 18 didn't do their multiple turn support. God damn it, UI Goku. Come on. Alright, so we're still in... Yeah, that. Oh, brother. All those AGL orbs right away, man. Well, I guess we're putting them in slot 1 then. Screw it. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're 1 AGL orb shy of his max defense right there. Topo, I'd have to be careful if I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. If Topo gets caught, he gets caught. Oh well. Let's see how we do. Because again, regardless, we'd have to see. All right, so here's God Goku. This is a real super. We do eat it. Okay. KATOPESLA, I mean, he did have his 50% dodge right away. 353, yeah. Doesn't God Goku, he does like 1.5 million or something, right? I might be underrating God Goku's damage. Let me double check God Goku's damage. This is the toughest phase of this fight, though, is this God Goku phase. I don't no, I think, yeah, God Goku only does 1.4 million. Like, that's not, whew. Like, Gogeta's supering for 2 million more. Gogeta's supering for 2 million more than this God Goku. So, yeah, man. Oof, yeah, KATOPESLA. The other thing I don't understand is, where is KATOPESLA's support at, by the way? Like, they were on a good run, right? King Vegeta was a support. Like all these characters are like support type characters. I don't understand why KATOPESLA is not supporting. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me. All right, well, we could get like an insane amount of defense here. Like, just like a truly ludicrous amount. I'm going to give the int orbs to the androids. And then the STR orbs we can just give to Gamma 1. Yeah, okay. So we're going to have androids and Gamma 1 2-turn support. I don't think UI Goku will be able to finish. This God Goku, one reason I sometimes like this as a showcase stage, if you don't have tech characters, you can't really damage this God Goku. You guys see, like UI Goku, you know, 13 million guaranteed crit, and he barely touched God Goku's health bar. God Goku really hangs in there. He tech characters obliterate God Goku, but you have to have tech characters. So, on this next turn, is this where we have the tech orbs? I think it is. I think. And then remember, we know obviously because we had the scouter, so we know that God Goku's not supering on this turn. Whoa, Cord, what? Nani? All right, there's Gamma 1's second super, sure. Cord, that's crazy. What? Hey, we're KATOPESLA, man. The Cord is ruining my KATOPESLA showcase, bro. Yeah, this is his. Okay. Oof, well, we have a lot of int orbs here, man. A lot of int orbs for some reason. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna do this and get rid of those damn int orbs. There we go. Am I gonna drop the Hakai as well? Might as well get the guaranteed crits. Sure, whatever. I'm gonna transform with the second Topo as well, and I'm gonna toss the second Hakai also. Sure. Here, hold this, God Goku. Alright, so we have plenty of tech orbs for KATOPESLA right here. Oh, yeah, we do. Is that 10? 3, 6, that's 8. We have 9 on the field total. Alright, what are we at? So he's at 400k defense right there. Hit that. And he jumps up to 652. I think that's probably the highest we're going to see in this video. I mean, we could have it a bit higher if we had 17 on rotation. This team is essentially like a real team that could compete in all the toughest fights. 17 is probably the weakest character on the team. Well, I mean, besides KATOPESLA. KATOPESLA's probably weaker than 17. I'm not really the biggest fan of what KATOPESLA's doing. Because, like, if you... Because, you know, if... He will go back and forth between, like, kind of like the defensive mode and then the offensive mode. And that's not good. Banner units trying to have, like, an offensive role is not going to work. Like, it's not... no, that's not... But that, like, you know, these are new summonable characters too. Like KATOPESLA is not like an old EZA or a free-to-play character, something like that. This is a new summonable unit right here. I think his design is fine, but he should be guarding baseline, and he should be supporting special pose and defender. Okay, so KATOPESLA could be exactly how he is right here. Okay, that's a good dodge. I mean, we would have lived, right, for sure, but... Okay, so KATOPESLA could be exactly the same, but he should also just unconditional guard, number one. And then number two, he should be supporting special pose and defender of justice, 3 key, 50% attack and defense. You attack those two things onto him, and he's very good. And I know someone might say, oh my god, well, that's so crazy. How good do you want him to be? I want him to be really fucking good, man. Yeah. It's, you know, what I just described is help for special pose and defender of justice. Like, is that a problem? Like, no way. We want that. Sure, let's just go ahead and have UI Goku do that. Alright, so we saw the tech turn. We've seen a bunch of these turns where, you know, he's kind of like on kind of like the defensive mode, right? Let's, I guess, just jump over to an event, and we need to see KATOPESLA where he's creating the STR key spheres, and he's more in like an offensive type mode. Like, we need to see... So I guess he does have kind of 3 different... He's got, like, his offense, his defense, and then he has the one where he's kind of, like, either. We did see his best turn. If you have it to where, like, he does the tech orb changing on the turn where he's also got the dodge, that's going to be where he's at his best, for sure. Because I just, like, his kit is written as though crits and dodge are equivalent. And they're not. I mean, the dodge, I mean, I guess it depends on the character, but 50% dodge for this guy is exponentially better than 70% crit on this guy. Like, it's not, like, it's, the gap, it's an infinite gap. KATOPESLA critting will never, like, will do nothing. Like, it does nothing towards contributing to you winning, but him dodging does. But, alright, here, we'll have KATOPESLA get this last attack in right here, and then I'll cut, we'll come back to a different, run where we see KATOPESLA, you know, with the offensive mode. I guess, I mean, I do like that they gave him a seal on his super attack effect. The 30% attack and defense is definitely good. Yeah, the wiki has it written wrong. He gets 30% attack and defense from a super attack effect, not 50 defense. Okay. Yeah, so here's KATOPESLA. At the end of the day, though, I am very glad they gave him a unit, right? For sure. Yeah, alright, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so we'll have KATOPESLA turn 1. So, turn 1, he's going to change the orbs into STR, right? Let's see. No, okay. So, no matter... Okay, so... The only way to get his offensive stuff is when you float him. If you never float him, he's always in kind of like the defensive mode, right? So, okay, here, let me flip this over real quick. All right, so here's the way this is kind of like written in game, right? So, 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 9th turns after his appearance, he'll change STR to AGL, and then we get, you know, the dodge, and then we have all the defense. So, I don't even know, like, what does it say? 2nd turn after appearance? Like, the only way to, like, you're never going to get that. So, the only way to actually see this is if we float him. Okay, so, and that, like, if you're going to use this character, that would be the way you're going to use him, right? Because, again, I don't really consider him good enough to run on rotation. It's like, you know, who are you running on rotation? KATOPESLA or LR Game 1 and 2? You're running KATOPESLA, you're running Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? Like, it's, or you know, maybe in a couple of days it's gonna be Jiren. Like that's what we're kind of like looking at right there, right? So all right, we will float. KATOPESLA is what we're gonna do right here. Unfortunately, he created a little bit too many AGL orbs, and then we could hit that right there. All right, so we'll cut after this, and we'll come back when KATOPESLA returns, and then he creates the STR key spheres for us. All right, Vegeta getting that seal on us is great, because then we'll do less damage. Unfortunately, UI Goku's at 24 key, though. That means Goku is guaranteed critting, is what that means. Maybe I will just go to one of the bosses that have infinite HP. I just want to make sure I don't kill Vegeta too fast. All right, 4.22 he's at right here. So this is him. Since we're floating him, you know, we have Topo in slot 1. I mean, we could have put Topo in slot 2. But here's what KATOPESLA looks like without all those links activated, right? Which is what? Speedy Retribution, Shocking Speed, Hero Justice, Signature Pose, Turn of Power, and Fierce Battle. Still don't understand why they gave him 6 links. It's crazy, right? Crazy. 6 links? Brah. Come on. Craziness. All right, we're getting a lot of dodges in. Good. All right, KATOPESLA, my boy. All right, so let's see how KATOPESLA is gonna do. So now this is our first time seeing him in kind of like this mode right here. If we'd float him off, we'd get him back, you know, more to where he'd have the dodge and then the defense from AGL orbs like this. Remember, he's going to have the 70% chance to crit and the 70% chance of an additional super. The one thing about it is, that's interesting, 70% chance of an additional super, huh? You always want it to where it's an additional with a chance to be a super, because then that'll give you a better chance. Since you're always going to do the additional, that would give you a much better chance of actually proccing the hidden potential system. That's why Evolution Blue Vegeta has a better ability than AGL UI Goku, right? Vegeta has the guaranteed additional of a 77% chance to be a super. UI Goku just has the 77% chance to do the super, right? And it's very often I've missed Goku's additional super. So it's like, KATOPESLA is just way worse if you ever float him. It doesn't matter, it's both just 4. Remember, KATOPESLA is getting 30% attack per STR key sphere we get here. So, alright, let's see what KATOPESLA gives us. What are we getting? 7 million right there, okay. Remember, he does now have a 70% chance to crit, 70% of an additional super. Sure. Oh my god. And then there's the dodge build kicking in. Oh my god, dude. To explain that in detail, and then for it to happen 2 seconds later, like, it's so sweet. It was so sweet to get vindicated within 1 second. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. You always want the guaranteed additional with the chance to be a super. You know what? We'll just play this, sure. Alright, so, let's just put Topo right there. Let's just go ahead and go to this next turn. I just want to get more, I mean, as much footage as we possibly can. Let's save the AGL orbs for him. Alright, let's see. Vegeta, super attack right away so we can see the thing. Super. No, Vegeta, come on. The guy doesn't even super attack. Because remember, Topo has the 100% chance to get the Ki Blast nullification on his first turn after he transforms. This guy doesn't even super. Yeah, he didn't even do it. That's crazy. Oh my god, is he going to snipe 17 out? No chance, dude. No way, you're not about to snipe out 17. I will be so sold. I just want to get like one more turn of KATOPESLA and kind of like the, you know, additional crit mode. Oh, damn it. Nah, don't do me like this, Vegeta. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, we'll transform this God Topo here. Perfect. We'll toss that. I guess we could give God Topo the Hakai as well. No reason not to, right? It's not like he's not gonna kill Vegeta before KATOPESLA gets to attack, so it's fine. Alright, we'll do that. And again, KATOPESLA. You know, the other thing too about KATOPESLA, so think about this, right? The Gammas... Are the Gammas better than Topo? I don't know. I'd actually have to think about that. I might like Topo over the Gammas. Because, like, Vegeta, I definitely like better than the Gammas. I like Vegeta better than Broly. And it's like Topo, like, it's kind of the same thing. Like, I think I like him over the Gammas. Like, what he's doing. I don't know about Broly, though. I probably would say Broly over Topo. Probably. Anyway, whatever. I mean, that's not the point here. Okay, so Topo is changing in orbs into Rainbow, which hurts the Gammas. But the Gammas could also eat off of STR or AGL, which KATOPESLA also wants. So KATOPESLA is not like this rotation right here does not synergize well together. Because Topo is taking orbs away from the Gammas, and then it's like the Gammas and KATOPESLA are literally fighting over the same orbs of what's left. So, like, they weren't... Like, the Gammas are, like, a must-run. Like, you're never... Like, if you're seriously trying to win, you're never gonna not bring the LR Gammas on this team. It's just not gonna happen. Like, you're always bringing them. Because, like, they're supporting, like, most of these characters and shit, too. Like, the Gammas... Like, again, the Gammas are a must-run. You must run them. Vegeta's just not super into it. He's just like, no, I'm good. Vegeta's just like, no, man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm tired. Vegeta's tired, man. I mean, he's not going to kill the Gammas if he tries it in slot 3, so whatever. Alright, so here's KATOPESLA again. Hopefully this time we can get the additional, you know, just saying. Okay, we did get the crit. We did get the additional. Oh my god! Please, get me out of here. We failed the 70% back-to-back times. Is KATOPESLA going to be like LR Ultimate Gohan for me? Just failing the additional every time? Jesus, KATOPESLA, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Yeah, very high chance additional special move. Yeah, it's a 70% chance. Alright, whatever. I mean, I feel like we got good. We saw KATOPESLA. We saw what he does. We saw the Tech Orb turn. We saw the EGL turn. I just don't think he's just not good enough. He's just not good enough to run without being stronger defensively or having support. There's just no reason to run him. Like, it's not like I'm not hating or anything. Like, it's just there's no reason to run him. Why would you run him? Why would you run KATOPESLA? Like, there's right? Like, there's no like, the only time I'm running KATOPESLA is, you know, it's like his his categories. This is where he shines. Because the teams he's on... I mean, look at this shit, man. He's on Defender of Justice, Universal Survival Saga, Special Pose, Tournament Participant, Transformation Boost, Accelerated Battle. Like, I mean, Special Pose and Defender of Justice, those are teams that are starving for anything they can get. KATOPESLA certainly is going to be, like, a real option if we're running those teams. Absolutely, right? Alright guys, so there was KATOPESLA. Again, definitely an interesting, different design from what we've seen before, but, I mean, unfortunately, this is one of those things, I think it could potentially work a lot better as, like, a Dokkan Fest exclusive level character, or, like, a Carnival LR character, or something like that. Like, if it was, like, a main release with a design like this, I think it might work a little bit better. But as it is, KATOPESLA, I'm not seeing him as too much more than like a sub option on like Topo's team. But he is definitely a significant buff to some of the weaker categories he's on. That is true, and that, of course, is a good thing. So this right here, this is Ultimate Mode Change, KATOPESLA. Leader Skills, Defender of Justice category, key 3 and 130% to stats. Super attack is KATOPESLA, the final mission. Now, they have this written wrong. We could jump over here, and we could see that it's just 30% attack and defense. He does supreme damage, and then he seals enemy super attacks. Remember, this is information straight from the database, right? Whereas this is something that someone wrote out. So it's 30% attack and defense, supreme damage, and then seals enemy super attack is what KATOPESLA's super attack effect is. His passive skill, the Robot Suit's True Power. He gets 3 key and 300% attack and defense at the start of turn. Obviously, that's very big. Just 300% stats. Pretty good. But keep in mind, again, he is a banner unit. Like, if we take a look at the stats we're rocking right here, my man is under 10k defense. That's not good, right? 13,000 HP is not good. That's the other thing with running, like, KATOPESLA. Again, like, we're running KATOPESLA or, like, LR, Blue Cow, Goku, and Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? And they're going to have, you know, 20k plus HP. So not only do we get a stronger, better character, but the team overall is going to be a lot better with the extra HP as well. So, interesting. Okay. So then, KATOPESLA, again, an odd design here. On his, what is it? It's the first, hold on. Yeah, on the first, third, fifth, seventh, and ninth turn, he changes STR key spheres to AGL key spheres. He launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a high chance to be a super. Then he gets a high chance to dodge enemy attack, and then he gets 30% defense per AGL key sphere. That, it's just so much better than his other version. Number one, the additionals are guaranteed additionals, which, you know, a lot of people are just so anti-dodge. It's how they are. So, like, you know, like, people, I could see putting this character as, like, an additional character is how they'd build him. And it's like, you know, with the additionals in, like, you're going to have a better chance of proccing the hidden potential system with the guaranteed additionals. I mean, we saw back-to-back turns with a 70% chance of additional super, and we failed it both times, right? So, between that, plus actually having a defensive mechanic on this turn, high chance to dodge is much better than not having one. Although, he's a true dodge or die character with 50% dodge. That's a little rough. So, then, on the 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, and 10th turn from, again, it's from KATOPESLA's first turn is how it works, right? But from 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, or 10th turn, he'll change AGL key spheres to STR key spheres. He has a 70% chance of an additional super. He has a 70% chance to crit, and then he gets 30% attack per STR key sphere obtained up to 300%. But, I mean, again, he's worse in almost every way. The guaranteed, you know, additional super rather than the guaranteed additionals. Crit against dodge. I mean, dodge is way superior to that crit he's going to have. All the extra defense from AGL key spheres is far superior to the attack he's going to get from the STR key spheres. So, it's just, and it's a problem because you're always, like, if you float KATOPESLA off, you're going to get him in this offensive mode, which you don't want. So, it's like the only way to keep KATOPESLA where he's better is to keep him on rotation, but again, he's not good enough to be on rotation. So that's why the way I think that this guy could have been a lot better is actually very simple. All he need, well, I mean, it's very simple, but it's very strong abilities. I think number one, he should be guaranteed guarding. Like, you know, he should guard right here. Like 3 key, 300% attack and defense, and guard. Boom. And then he should also give special pose and Defender of Justice 3 key, 50% attack and defense. Really give you an incentive to run this guy. That would help Topo a lot too, by the way. Like, with the designs, with what I said, oh, Topo is a lot better, KATOPESLA is a lot better, the team is a lot better. Like, that would be crazy. But, you know, it is what it is. So there's that. Then, KATOPESLA gets 33% attack and defense when performing a super attack. And then he changes AGL and STR key spheres to tech key spheres. Then he gets 30% attack and defense per tech key sphere up to 300%, starting from his 7th turn. from his first turn, and then he does that once only, which we did see. That, of course, would be his best turn because he's getting offense and defense. If you have it lined up with this turn, which we did, then he'd be getting, you know, potentially up to 300% offense and defense and still have the chance to dodge and have the additionals, right, which would be a lot better. Then his link set is Speedy Retribution, Shocking Speed, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, Turn Out Power, Fierce Battle. I mean, it does work. He does work really well with Topo, right? So he has 5 links with Topo, which is, it's pretty big. That's damn good right there. By the way, these are his 200% teams: Gamma 2, Kale, and then Topo. 12 key multiplier is 140%. Yep, that's the kind of the typical number. And then finally, KATOPESLA is on these several category teams here, starting with Defender of Justice. Any buffs we can get for Defender of Justice is good. No matter what, KATOPESLA is absolutely a good addition to this team, right? Like, KATOPESLA is definitely going to be one of the best characters on this team. No doubt about that. So that's good. Then KATOPESLA is on the Universal Survival Saga team, which is really stacked after the 9th anniversary EZAs, right? If not for the 9th anniversary EZAs, sure, but like, just to give you guys an example, like I would run LR Ribrianne on the team over KATOPESLA, right? Like, for sure. I'd run 17 and 18 over KATOPESLA. Like, you know, KATOPESLA is like the 15th option I would consider or something. Like, I'd run Gamma 1 over KATOPESLA. A lot of characters. Then there's the Special Pose category team. Again, this, you know, a buff like this is always good for a category like this. So we'll take that. He's also on the Tournament Participants category team. So, you know, maybe he could be help there, I guess. He's also on Transformation Boost. He probably doesn't make this roster. Just saying. Transformation Boost might be a little much. A pretty strong team. And then finally, KATOPESLA is on Accelerated Battle as well. So let me know what you guys think of Banner Unit KATOPESLA. I mean, at the very least, he is definitely an interesting character. Like, his kit and stuff like that, like, it is very interesting. But in terms of how, I don't, they didn't make him in a way. Banner units are very particular because they have low stats, right? It's not like, you know, look at what KATOPESLA's rocking in terms of his stats, and then we could just literally compare that to Topo, and you see just how high Topo's stats are all over. You know, we could see this for, you know, the Gammas, our recent LR. Like, look at their stats. So, like, you when you get this big difference of stats, already, like, a banner unit or a free-to-play character is starting, you know, way behind. KATOPESLA has all this offense in his kit, but a banner unit can never, ever compete with an LR or a Dokkan Fest in terms of damage. That's why, to be elite characters, banner units have to be defense or support, because they're never, apparently it froze, they're never going to compete with the major releases for damage, right? Like, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, you hear what I'm saying. I'm not just talking shit. So, let me know what you guys think of KATOPESLA. It still is cool that KATOPESLA got a card, right? Just kind of like, I mean, KATOPESLA is definitely better than Zerloin, Zarbuto, and Rabranra. That's for sure. They were not as good as KATOPESLA. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.